What's going on, guys? Dale7402 back with another episode of Ringside Republic. We are going to be going over your review for Great Balls of Fire from Dallas, Texas, July the 9th, 2017. Guys, I don't really know what to tell you about the show tonight. It had its moments, but for the most part, it was very boring, in my opinion. Very uneventful. Um, it let me down. It didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion. I mean, it really didn't. You know, there was shit that happened that didn't make no fucking sense. Um, we still have no better idea where we're heading for SummerSlam, but you know, it is what it is, guys. It's WWE. Let's get right into it, guys, real quick. I will, as you know, if you watch my reviews, I will go into depth on the matches that I gave a fuck about and on the ones that I didn't. I'm not going to talk very long about those. Neville defeated Akira Tozawa in the kickoff show. Bray Wyatt beat Seth Rollins, which was a surprise. I really don't. I was hoping Seth Rollins would win, so this could hopefully be a one and done. But now I know that Seth is going to have to get his revenge. So unfortunately, this looks like it's going to be a feud that is going to last a little while. Hopefully, it'll end at SummerSlam, but we'll just have to wait and see. Big Cass defeated Enzo relatively quickly. Enzo came out and cut a big long promo, which was almost longer than the match. But Big Cass did end up getting the win. The Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro for the Tag Team Championships, 30-minute Iron Man match, was more than likely, well, it was either the tag match or Alexa and Sasha was match of the night. I am going to go with the Hardys. I'm going to go with the tag team for the match of the night. It was they did a good job. They really did. I mean, they built to it. They built up to the climax of the match very well, and you know, Sheamus got a pinfall right off the bat with a bro kick to Matt Hardy. I don't know, something like 10 or 13 seconds before the match really got underway. They got their first pinfall. 13 seconds into the match, Sheamus gets a fucking bro kick over on Matt Hardy, and they get the first pin. This was a 30-minute Iron Man match, with the winner being the ones who get the most amount of pins in that time frame. Sheamus and Cesaro pretty much dominated most of this match. It ended up getting tied 3-3 with 3 minutes left. Now, guys, I don't know if you paid much attention, but what happened was it was tied 3-3. It was getting right down towards the last minute, the last something like that, last 45 seconds or something. Jeff Hardy does a swanton off the top rope onto Sheamus and covers him, but Sheamus was not the legal man. It was Cesaro. So Cesaro swoops in and pins Jeff Hardy after he just done his finisher, and just holds him down for the pin. Now, I tweeted this out, pictures of it, and Jeff Hardy's shoulders were not down during this count. I don't know if they will make a point of mentioning that on Monday Night Raw tomorrow, if they will bring that up at all, but his shoulders were not down. Do with it what you will. Sheamus and Cesaro end up getting the win. Sasha Banks and Alexa have a really good match. They really beat the hell out of each other. They really did. They've got good chemistry, these two. Sasha ended up getting the win via disqualification. Alexa Bliss got counted out on purpose, but what happened afterwards was they had a big brawl up on the stage. Sasha Banks ended up doing a double knee off of the announce table onto Alexa Bliss on the outside, which looked pretty brutal. So, but they had a pretty good match. Sasha wins, but Alexa retains. The Miz versus Dean Ambrose in the Intercontinental Championship match. The Miz wins, obviously, dirty, with help from the Entourage. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Now, these last two matches, I've got a few things to say about. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. They put on a decent match, nothing special. They've definitely done better in the past. Well, you guys will have to excuse me. This is a very long show, especially considering the fact that it was extremely boring. But Strowman and Roman Reigns did a pretty decent job for the most part. There was a couple spots where Roman was beating the hell out of Strowman with a fucking chair, and Strowman just says, "Hit me, you son of a bitch!" You know, that was savage. I like that. I like Strowman. And they end up fighting up towards the ambulance. Roman Reigns ends up throwing Braun Strowman through the fucking the LED screen that they have on the stage. It was about fucking time. Is it just me, or they've been teasing throwing somebody through those LED lights on the screen there for a long time? For the last few weeks, they've been fighting up there. They've been bouncing people off those LED screens, and finally we get to see somebody go through them. Strowman got up from that and came out. Roman ended up going for a move and then got thrown off the stage. They attempted to fight for a little while down there. Roman ends up going for a spear, completely misses, and just flies into the fucking ambulance. And I thought what you had to do was put him in the ambulance and drive away to get the win. Apparently all you have to do is put him in the ambulance. Roman Reigns flies through the fucking air into the fucking ambulance in an attempted spear on Braun Strowman. Strowman slams the door and gets the win. Roman jumps out of the ambulance, spears Strowman, throws him in the back of the ambulance, and drives backstage. Now, the camera cuts away, obviously, so Strowman can get out of the ambulance, and zooms in on Roman Reigns in a nice little close-up shot of Roman Reigns in the rearview mirror, or in the side mirror there. Roman proceeds to floor it in reverse all the way back into one of the trailers that's parked in the parking garage. You know, everybody freaked the fuck out, and this is where the night just went fucking stupid, in my opinion. Obviously, we know Strowman is not in the fucking ambulance. They cut to the picture of, they cut to the angle of Roman in the mirror long enough for Strowman to get out before they backed into the trailer. Now, for some fucked up reason, they send Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater to the ring for an impromptu match. So I guess they can keep the story on Strowman without taking away from Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe. Maybe they didn't want them out there during the match while they still had a little bit of a segment going on with Strowman, which I can understand that. But this whole situation was fucking pointless. They ended up calling the fucking fire department. They have to bring the jaws of life out to pry the door open to let Strowman out of this ambulance. Now, Strowman emerges from the ambulance, obviously beaten up looking. He's bleeding from his arms. He's bleeding from his eye. He's bleeding from his fucking mouth, you know. And he refuses medical attention. He tells everybody to get the fuck away from me, and stumbles and falls and wiping blood all over white trailers backstage. And, you know, it was a scene. It's all it was. It was just a fucking scene. It was basically a way for Strowman to get the win without Roman looking weak. Strowman got the win, but Roman got the upper hand. That's basically, I think, what WWE was going for there, and I do not like the idea of that. I think if you're going to let Strowman win, just let him fucking win. You know, why do you have to let Roman get the upper hand every fucking time? So, hopefully, Kurt Angle will take action against Roman for what he did tonight. Maybe suspend the fuck for about 30 days. Then we can go for a whole month without seeing Roman on TV. That would be fucking great. I don't know where they're going with this. I really don't know where they're going to go with the Strowman and Roman thing. I'm kind of ready for it to be over. I'm over it. But we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll find out more tomorrow. Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. This match did not start until 10 o'clock. This match started at 10 o'clock. Obviously, it's not going to be a very long match, but for fuck's sake, the match started at 10 o'clock. Obviously, we knew that nothing big was going to happen here. Now, Samoa Joe ended up jumping Brock Lesnar before the bell even rang and the match even started. He gave a beat down to Brock Lesnar. He put him through a fucking table on the outside. All right. Joe dominated Brock Lesnar for the entirety of this match. He had him in the coquina clutch finally at the end, choking the life out of him. And Lesnar just stands up, F5, 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar retains his Universal title. Now, guys, it's just, who knows? Who the fuck knows what's going on? Who the fuck knows what WWE is going to do? I don't know if we're going to get Strowman and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't know if we're going to get Roman and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. You know, that there's several different ways they could go about this. I think it's bullshit that Samoa Joe it's looking like is going to have a one and done feud with Brock Lesnar. And I apologize I keep yawning, but this pay-per-view really did put me to sleep. I want to go ahead and get my review done, let it render. Hopefully it'll be up tonight or in the morning. So, I don't know, guys. We're going to have to wait until Monday to find something out about the title picture, who's going to be in contention, who's going to be the #1 contender. I would still like to see Samoa Joe in the picture. I want to see Strowman versus Lesnar, but then I don't want to see Lesnar versus Roman at WrestleMania. If they're going to do it 100% for sure, I'd rather go ahead and get it out of the way. So, that's it, guys. That's your Great Balls of Fire. If I have to give this show a rating, I'm going to give it a 4. 4 out of 10 stars for me, guys. It was not very eventful. Nothing really special happened. It is what it is, and it's just typical WWE bullshit. You know, I'm let down. I'm bored. I was looking forward to the show, but you know, for the most part, it fucking sucked. That's your review, guys. I hope you thought better of the show than I did. If you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter at Dale74021. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/Dale74021. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about the pay-per-view. And we'll see you back tomorrow night with your Monday Night Raw review. Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later.